the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Monday night as OP Racing Premier Series brings you the final race in the round of 8 right here at Daytona. I am your host. My name is KR Stolfus, and in the booth is none other than the illustrious, the oh so handsome, the man amongst men. We all want his beard. It is none other than Al Smith. Al, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, KR. I don't know if I live up to any of that description, but I'm glad you think so.
Maybe I was making up on the fly. Maybe I stalk you on Facebook.
I mean, you probably do both, right?
No.
Well, I'm glad to be here, which is the penultimate race of the season. The last chance for someone to lock themselves in. You know that we have one driver locked into the championship 4 after last week's event at Talladega. But tonight, KR, a very long, bumpy road ahead for all these drivers have signed in here at Daytona. And what has been a hot and greasy practice, these drivers are ready to put on a show for us all here tonight.
That they are. Our championship contenders, we're down to 8. Logan Helton, the only driver who has locked himself into the championship 4 with his dominating performance last week. Tyler Miller on top of the leaderboard with his qualifying effort. We'll see how long that sticks around. Daniel Holloway, several other people climbing that chart right now. Hunter Reynolds out on the track as he gets ready to cross the start-finish line. And across the line, he is going to take over the top spot.
That he does, and with a very fast time, a 50.97 second lap, just edging out the number 24, Tyler Miller. Right now, taking a look at the 19 of Zach Workman. He's coming through the tri-oval to post his first lap. See where Workman will go, and he'll go second quick, just barely missing the pole.
Logan Helton out on the speedway. We talked about his dominating performance last Monday night. Right now, this driver, I truly feel this is his season to win the championship, but you never know who is going to step up and steal one from underneath you. But y'all better be ready for this 63 to be our champion here this season, because he is on point and he is a man on a mission.
Yeah, was said that would means a lot to him last week after what has probably been a staple season. I don't think we have ever seen such a season by any driver here in the OP Premier Series to have 5 wins, will now make it 6 wins on the season. Just really unheard of, especially with how the competition is. Really shows what that number 63 and the team that they have formed up behind him have been able to do. Would love to come out here and make a statement here tonight as he's going to cross the line to put his qualifying lap in, and he will slot in spot number 4, so a little bit off the pace for Helton standards, but 4th currently is not a bad place to be.
It is not. Now we watch the 62 of Les Levy as he makes his way through turns 3 and 4 on his outlap. He's going to hit up that green flag and get after it. Mark Mann moves up into 4th place with his qualifying effort. BK Anderson, teammate to the 06 of Kody Neagles. BK Anderson in the 32, crossing the start-finish line. And Anderson up into 7th place for the moment.
Next driver that's going to be crossing the stripe to put their time in is the Budweiser Toyota Supra. The Vicente Guerrero entering turn 3, caught a cloud car, and we do know, well, when the clouds roll in here, the temperatures drop on the racetrack and times could pick up. So did Guerrero catch a cloud at the right time? We will find out. He comes through the triangle below the yellow line. And a 14 of Guerrero is going to go to 14th overall. But how about that? 1st to 17th so far, separated by just 1/10 of a second.
Les Levy up into 6th place with his qualifying time. So yeah, everyone very, very close on time. Here comes Jim Mayer. Big news from the camp of the 95, Jim Mayer, your Saturday night Butt Kicker Truck Series champion, happening last Saturday night over on Max Speed TV. Jim got it done, and here he is qualifying in the top 5 here on Monday night.
Well, he is a Hall of Famer, KR.
He is an OP Hall of Famer. A future Hall of Famer right now, the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. We say future Hall of Famer. I don't know. Could go either way, but he sticks with it. I think this 33 has got a promising career here in OP Racing as Crosby takes the green flag on his qualifying time. Another driver who is starting to roll out and make his appearance here in qualifying, that is the 06 of Kody Neagles in his rookie season, and he's gonna hit the brakes. What a lame. Let's focus on the 23 of Sebastian Marin. How about that? Kody left us hanging, so now we're gonna cheer for Sebastian Marin tonight.
Hey, all right, that sounds like a good plan as he works off of turn number 2 out on the racetrack for his first lap. Jeff Crosby, though, crossing the stripe. 9th quick for the Skull Bandit.
All right, so the 23 is Sebastian Marin through turns 3 and 4 on the high side. Kody Neagles has made it back out onto the track. Anthony English in the 44. Looks like he has hit the tire barrier. Not sure what happened to the 44 here, but that can't be good for his time on the speedway.
Unless he was trying to lose the spoiler to get rid of the drag.
Oh, conspiracy theory. Are you wearing your aluminum hat?
I got fresh tin foil at the supermarket today, so possibility.
Possibility. All right. Peter deBorja making his way out onto the qualifying surface, and he is going to take the green flag as we're down to 1:20 left in qualifying. So with that said, guys, we're going to step away for the national anthem. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host for tonight. My name is KR Solfus. In the booth with me is none other than Al Smith, and we are getting ready to bring you the final race in the round of 8. Tonight, we will have 4 championship contenders in the championship race next Monday night. So let's get into our starting lineup for this one, presented by Butt Kicker. The Bumpy Road 250 at Daytona will see Hunter Reynolds on pole position in the 26, so a championship contender on the top spot. To his outside, that is the 88 of Gabe Butler. Row number 2, the 19 of Zach Workman, and the 23 of Sebastian Marin, who is looking to punch his ticket into the championship 4. Tyler Miller and Mark Mann make up row number 3. Watch out for that 24. He can sneak in to this championship battle like no one else. Jim Mayer in the 95 and Logan Helton in the 63 for row number 4, who is already locked in to the championship 4. Peter deBorja and Les Levy make up row number 5.
Row number 6 going to go to the Alliance Motorsports number 21 of Daniel Holloway. Outside of him, Kody Neagles in car number 06, who is looking to make his first playoff of his career on Monday nights. Jeff Crosby will roll off 13th, and outside of him in row number 7, it'll be BK Anderson in car number 32. Eric Laurie in the 071 will start 15th, and outside of him, the 71, this is Sean McCara. David Booth and Zach Fritsch will make up row number 9. In row 10, we'll see Richard Kuhn, the driver out of Florida. On the inside and outside of him, the J Concepts Esports number 2 of JD Crow.
Rick Siebrands and Vicente Guerrero make up row number 11. Watch out for the 4. He is one sneaky guy, also known as Superman here in OP. Jimmy Reynolds and Nate Warren make up row number 12. Row 13 is going to be Rob Connors and Bob Lacavera. And then our final row here tonight, Sean Stevens and Anthony English in the 44. Let's take a quick look at our race info for tonight. This is the final race in the round of 8. Logan Helton is already locked in with that dominating performance last week. Keep in mind, only one more driver can win his way in. So it's points versus win as the green flag comes out. Stages at lap 25 and 50, and one fast repair available to all our drivers here tonight.
Green flag is out, and they are fastly approaching turn number 1, 2 by 2, as they start to work their way up into the 150, 160 mile an hour range up off of turn number 2. It is Zach Workman as your race leader for the first time down the backstretch. Hunter Reynolds to the outside. He's got in front of Butler in that 88 automobile as they work down the backstretch for the first time in the turn number 3.
Richard Kuhn, who started from pit lane, finds himself the only driver not in this pack. 28 cars started this race. All 28 cars are out there right now. Zach Workman in the 19, battling with the 26 of Hunter Reynolds at the line. It was the 26 of Hunter Reynolds to lead the opening lap here in the final race in the round of 8.
They are still 2x2 as they work down here through turns 1 and 2. Workman that inside lane, given the momentum currently right now. One car stepping out of line. That's Zach Fritsch in the number 12. He is going to drop out of the line. Seems to be okay. Everybody keeps it green as they enter turn number 3. These cars have the maximum grip right now. Tires are coming up to temperature. But in a few short laps, they will start to dance around, and these drivers will be white-knuckled trying to hold on to these race cars here at Daytona. Crossing the stripe, putting lap number 2 into the books. Workman will lead that lap once again as well, as all 27 cars underneath the blanket, separated by just less than 3 seconds currently. Okay, they are starting to bounce and dance around the high banks here at Daytona.
Oh my goodness, speaking about bouncing and dancing around, I do want to say hello to my partners here tonight. We have Kevin Neagles in chat, Miss Tammy Helton, Miss Mara Clark, Miss Maxine Grimes, of course, Miss Michelle Anderson. Thank you all for joining. Hey, if you guys haven't said hello yet, please don't hesitate to say hello in YouTube chat. Both me and Al would love to talk with you. The drivers would love to know that you're here rooting for them, especially the Championship 7 who are trying to get in. Of course, Logan Helton is already locked in to that championship battle. So the 7 other drivers who are trying to get in, they want to hear you cheering loudly. They want to hear you cheering often. And Al Smith wants you to give them all a thumbs up while you can.
Definitely give them a thumbs up. That allows you to know, or not them, or you to know, but us to know, you appreciate their efforts that they have that they're doing out there for you right now. These drivers really putting on a show each and every week for you. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. They come back, they watch this broadcast, and that makes them race even harder in the coming weeks. Crossing the stripe, though, I believe that was Marin leading lap number 4. As it is Fuel Sim Racing leading both lanes into turn number 1.
Right now we are on board with the 12 of Zach Fritsch, as he was one of the drivers who dropped to the back. He finds himself falling 6 positions from where he qualified. That means right now he is the driver who has fallen behind the most, but I do believe it's by design. Our championship contender, the 12 of Zach Fritsch, waiting for the right time to strike, but a lot of cars up ahead of him. And so there's some work to be done as he works to the outside and starts closing in on the 9 in the outside lane as the 9 drops down to the inside. Now he works to the outside of JD Crow.
And question for you, KR. If you are in that 12 camp, you find yourself 23 points below the cutoff line. That is doable. That is, you can make up at least 20 of those points by winning the stages. How aggressive are you going to be to get there? Do you come down pit road early? Do you force the hand of the other drivers? That is the questions we got to find out. But Zach Fritsch, not in a must-win situation yet, but definitely needs to score some of these stage bonuses here in the first 2 stages.
Yeah, you say he's not in a must-win situation yet, but if he doesn't win stage 1 and stage 2, then he is for sure in a must-win situation. We are looking at the points right now. Rick Siebrands just 2 points below the cutoff line when this race started. Hunter Reynolds and Tyler Miller and Zach Fritsch all below the cutoff line. Logan Helton already locked in. Sebastian Marin has had a stellar season himself. Kody Neagles, the rookie. Look out for this guy. That 06, tell you what, Limitless has done an outstanding job. They are a new team other than JD Crow. JD Crow is the only driver who has experience here with OP Racing in this team, and they have found a way to make it work where they have put one driver in the championship 8 and possibly into the championship 4.
It is a possibility. We already have our first takers here on pit road, and that included Zach Fritsch, Gabe Butler, Zach Workman, early race leader, all on pit road as the rest of the pack races down the Daytona super stretch with Sebastian Marin showing the way. So strategy already being played out here early on in this race as they all work through turns 3 and 4. And what is more cars starting to peel off, so more than half the field now, leaving just about a handful of cars left out on the racetrack. Oh, maybe a little bit hot in there. You do not need a penalty this early on in the race. We will see what happens, but Mark Mann is out front showing the way in that 04. He's got Logan Helton right there to the back bumper as they come off turn 2.
I do want to point out Sean Stevens in the 27 right now does have the fastest lap of the race. And we might see that time drop. And someone could come away with the honor. No points given for that. A little bit of bragging rights. But right now that goes to Sean Stevens in the 27 as everyone peels off for pit road that has not stopped yet. That is Sean Stevens, Jimmy Reynolds. They have not made a stop. And when I said everyone, I meant the 63, the 04, the 2, and the 77. That's everyone in my book tonight.
Yeah, the only driver not to come down pit road yet is the 47 of Richard Kuhn. And you pointed out he started from pit lane, and he's got the pack quickly coming. He's going to bail out. So Kuhn's night not going to plan as they all worked on off there through the tri-oval. And right now I believe this is going to be the pack for the race lead once Stevens and Reynolds comes down pit road, KR.
And it is Logan Helton, Mark Mann. They are trying to get up to speed before this pack swallows them up. Pack is off of turn number 2. Logan Helton, Mark Mann down the middle of the backstretch. This is going to be a close one, but I do believe this main pack is going to have enough momentum to take them on the outside through 3 and 4.
And it's going to be hairy when they get through this corner 3 wide. The car's all still dancing. Almost contact between Laurie and Mayer.
Contact! One in the wall. Hold on to it, boys. Oh, big trouble. Logan Helton is going to be in front of it. I'm not sure where that's going to fall with the yellow. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 got a big piece of that contact. It's a yellow flag coming out. Not sure who was in front when that fell. It looked like the 63 of Logan Helton, but Sean Stevens and Jimmy Reynolds did not make a pit stop. So the yellow flag going to come out, and this is going to hurt Stevens and Reynolds because they're going to have to hit pit road when no one else needs to. But our first caution, Al, let me back this up and let's see what happens to bring out the yellow flag here. They were coming off of turn number 4. Back it up just a hair more.
Look from my vantage point, maybe the 19 got loose, had to chase the car up the racetrack. That got into Tyler Miller, number 24. And then that caused him up the racetrack, and then it was on from there. Like you said, KR, at least 2 that I've counted so far, championship hopeful drivers involved with Hunter Reynolds and Miller. Kody Neagles hitting the brakes as well, but a lot of rear end damage to the 26.
A lot of damage to several of our championship contenders. Several of the drivers out there tonight. We rode on board with the 88 of Gabe Butler right there. And you see just how fast the dynamics of the race can change. So now with everything that happened, Peter deBorja in the 40 is our race leader. We have had several cars hit pit road to top off. The 47 of Richard Kuhn looking like he is going to try and go for the wave around, and I don't blame him. He's got a good shot here at making it to the end of the stage on his fuel stop. So it's kind of a no-brainer for the 47 to stay out right here, get the wave around, and get back on the lead lap.
Definitely don't. I am quite surprised to see that we had a yellow flag that involved some championship hopefuls, and they are down on pit road. And right now you do not want to burn that fast repair, and Reynolds really the crew over the wall trying to put that 200-mile-an-hour duct tape on that Reynolds wrap number 26, at least get it through the end of this stage, if not the next stage. Yeah, not seeing a lot of front end damage to that 26 car, mainly rear. Shouldn't hurt them too bad, I don't think, as they finally got the rear bumper cap plastered back on that 26. And the good news is a long pit lap here for underneath yellow flag, so plenty of time to get that car fixed as he is down and away. So Kuhn will get that wave around, like you said, as the field will start to double it up here.
Do want to give a shout out to Logan Detweiler. How you doing, Logan? All right, so lights are out on the pace car. Logan Helton has taken the inside lane. Peter deBorja on the outside. So, championship contenders on the front row. But then it's back to row number 3 before we see our next one, and that is the 12 of Zach Fritsch and the 23 of Sebastian Marin. Tyler Miller right behind the 23 on the inside row. And then Kody Neagles in the 06 has nothing to lose. Rookie season for this 06. Limitless Racing has really proven their name. The sky is the limit for them, and so they feel that it is limitless. They've already put one car in the championship 8, maybe into the championship 4.
And Neagles comes in plus 16 to that championship cutoff line. So a very impressive run in a rookie season, as you are alluding to.
Lights are out on the Ford Mustang. I'm sorry, Al, that's probably because they just burned out. Here we go, getting ready for the green flag, and it flies once again. Logan Helton, Peter deBorja on the throttle and into the tri-oval and through the gears as they drag race into turn number 1.
Drag race there, and the bottom line really not together as Miller slow to get up to speed in that 24. So that leaves the outside line. It's going to be formed up better off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch. Here comes Peter deBorja. deBorja trying to get a push. He'll get to the race lead around Helton, but a nice push by the 04 of Man. And where did he come from? Zach Fritsch right here. Up into that 3rd spot. He'll glue to himself to the backside of deBorja. He's got a fast Ford Mustang behind him. That is Sebastian Marin in that 23. Working here off of turn number 4. Playing through the travel, deBorja will lead this lap. 10 laps remaining here in stage number 1.
The stage ending at the completion of lap 25. Peter deBorja clears the 04, but stayed to the outside lane. And that is a common practice that you will see here at the bumpy Daytona 2007 racetrack, also known as the Legacy Daytona. Man, this track it makes you put your elbows up. It makes you put your gloves on a little bit tighter. it makes you drive this racetrack and
Trouble,
not.
BK Anderson is around in the 32. Oh, the Siebrands involved as well in turn number 4. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Coming out for the second time here tonight in stage number 1, as BK Anderson had gone around KR, and that triggers the yellow flag, collecting some more of our championship hopefuls.
On board with the 32 of BK, Rick Siebrands getting involved. Our second yellow here in stage number 1. Things already look a bit crossed up right there. Let's see if we can't figure out what happened just a little bit before. On board with the 4 of Rick Siebrands. Rick going right up through the middle. He has some big momentum. It looks like the door just gets closed. BK and Rick battled for the same spot at the same time, and around goes the 32.
Bob Lacavera making hard contact, but how about the nice driving from the 26er, Hunter Reynolds, who was back there from being involved in the first one, making it through this one, KR, but nice heads up driving and spotter work for the 26 of Hunter Reynolds, but that is a tough blow for Rick Siebrands and that number 4.
We say that, but I think the 4 is going to be just fine. He finds a way to rise to the top no matter what happens. Now, he doesn't always finish on top, but he finds a way to make everyone know he's still out there.
Very true.
All right, so with that said, guys, we're going to step away for a quick break. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
racing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the green flag has come back out. They make their way onto the backstretch. And Al, the 04 and the 63 teammates, Alliance Motorsports, finding themselves on the front row with the 95 of Jim Mayer, freshly crowned champion in the Butt Kicker Truck Series. How about this? Alliance Motorsports really starting to show up.
Yeah, they are up at the front of this one, and we talked to the 63 of Helton last week. He said his mission since locking himself in last week was to make sure that at least 50% of the cars in the championship four would be Alliance Motorsports. Well, he is holding his word. He's pulled the drivers up to the front here, trying to do the best that they can as they work there off a turn number 2 and down the backstretch. It is still Logan Helton out front of this one, quickly closing in on the end of stage number 1. Right now, Logan Helton, being the Pied Piper, now going to cut down low to break the momentum of the 04 of Mark Mann. And I think as soon as the 95 starts to move up, the 63 is going to jump back up in front of that one. I am wrong, like usual, KR.
Oh man, just as soon as you think they know, you know what they are going to do, they pull out something new. We ride on board with the 40 of Peter deBorja, third car down on the inside lane, and you get a good sense of just how rough this track is. And I'll tell you what, I have driven this track many times, and you are not racing the people around you. You really have got to focus on this track. It is one of the few super speedway tracks that make you race the racetrack and not the people around you.
Yeah, we've seen already 2 yellow flags in this race, and I would say probably 85% of the issues were track related, with the cars bouncing around, moving around. Oh, hang on to it, Helton. The bump draft almost gone wrong down on the front stretch. The 63 was every which way but straight. Somehow holds on to it, but now the Hall of Famer is your race leader. The 95 of Jim Mayer working the outside of the racetrack. He's got the 23 of Sebastian Marin. We talked about it early on in this one. These drivers that are below the cut line are close to it. They're making their way towards the front. Zach Fritsch inside the top 10. Currently rides in that 7th position. We'll love to gain a few more spots here with just 3 laps to go in stage number 1.
Championship contenders. 1st, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th right now to make up your top 10. Hunter Reynolds in the 26th had that big scuff up early on in stage number 1. That 26 holding on all he can, and he is working his way back forward, trying to get into the top 10 and earn some points. But right now, he's got a few more cars to get around before that can happen. Tyler Miller, Rick Siebrands, they are further down the order. Miller in 19th, Siebrands in 20th.
Yeah, those drivers are going to have to dig themselves out. But remember, they were involved with a couple with those 2 yellow flags. So right now, trying to do a rebound. How about the wounded car of Reynolds working the extreme high side of the racetrack? He's going to cut back down in front of the 77 of David Booth. 2 by 2 they go. Jim Mayer still shows it as the white flag will be thrown here in stage number 1. Every point matters. These drivers are going to get up on the wheel for the final trip in stage number 1. It is Logan Helton now out to the front over Mark Mann and Jim Mayer rounding out your top 3. They are 3 wide behind them is the 26 of Reynolds, trying to get up there into a points paying position. Can't quite get there. They work down the backstretch.
Here they come for the final lap of stage number 1 through turns 3 and 4. Logan Helton battling with his teammate, the 95 of Jim Mayer. Here they come off the corner. Trouble behind them. Yellow flag is going to come out. And I'm not sure who was in front when that yellow flag flew. Holy cow.
Not sure, but I can tell you right now that Tyler Miller and Rick Siebrands involved in this one once again. So a night that they would both like to forget is getting worse. Hopefully they have not used that backup car, but they might need to. After this, we will find out who the race leader is as the field slows. KR, if you don't think that this means anything to the drivers, I would call you nuts and check you into the ward. You see how hard they're racing the track. Very bumpy here tonight. The car's on edge, and these drivers are putting on one hell of a show.
David Booth in the 77 looks like he took a hard shot to start this thing off. Take another look at it here. Daniel Holloway in the 21, the 77 of David Booth, Eric Gloria in the 071. Into the corner they go. Tyler Miller gives a shove mid-corner to the 77. And that is when all hell breaks loose. Let's take another look on board with the 4 of Rick Seabrand. He's got a good shot here. He takes it down to the inside. Has eyes on the 77 and the 71. Contact in the middle of the corner, and there they make that contact. He dives down to the inside immediately, but just cannot clear it. And up into the wall he goes, and man, that 4. I'm telling you, Rick Seabrands, that's Superman. He made that move down to the inside immediately. It just wasn't enough, and that might come back to bite him.
Yeah, and we all know how quickly those holes close up and everything like that. Seabrand's car is still wounded as he rolls off a pit road here after the pit stop, so might be saving it. The car might not be hurt as bad, or might be saving it to the beginning of stage number 3 if he can at least stay in the draft here. But Zach Fritsch, I think, finished inside the top 10. He'll get some stage points that he desperately needed. It's going to be a wild one here tonight, KR.
Yes. I don't know where to go with that, Al. Because I already knew it was going to be a wild one.
Well, you forgot to tell me.
Oh, yes. Sorry, my bad. So last week I said I thought that most of the drivers last week thought it would be the calm one, and they would all get what they could, and this race would be ho-hum. And I said, no, you guys are thinking about it wrong. When you're at Talladega, that is the last time you're going to have a chance to race the drivers. When you come into this race, you are going to race the track, because this is the bumpy road 250 at Daytona. You better have your elbows up, and you better be on point, because this track will make you work for it.
Well, they didn't listen to you.
No, they didn't. Not gonna lie, they did it.
I mean, our track record for them to listen to us has not been very good, so I don't blame them.
No, I don't.
But at least your warning should have been heard.
I think it was, and I think that's why Logan went out and dominated last week.
Agreed. Well, he doesn't really have to worry about it. Like,
Well, not now. No, because Logan did a great job last week. Now everyone else has to play catch up.
yep,
I like catch up on my fries.
that's it. What about your hot dog?
I like a little bit of barbecue sauce on my hot dog.
Me too. Me too. Everybody says I'm nuts. Just like the green flag coming back out. Stage number 2. Well, stage 1 was nuts. Will stage 2 be that? We will have to find out. Strap yourselves in. Don't spill that bowl of popcorn, or KR will be like the Hoover vacuum and clean that up for you. Down here, the turn number 1 day go. It is Sebastian Marin to the inside of Logan Helton. Top 4 cars on the outside lane, all lined up nose to tail as they work there off the corner. Nate Warren in that number 9 making his way inside of the top 10. Working down here in the turn number 3 and 4 for the first time in the stage number 2, KR. And everybody already kind of spreading themselves out a little bit, getting into line. And as I say that, here comes the outside lane being led. It's the Fritsch train. Zach Fritsch trying to lead here in stage number 2.
All right, so I do have to back this up just a little bit, Al. I could not say who won the stage.
I can't.
And I did not get any information as to who won the stage. So we are calling the race as it happens, and we do not know who won the stage.
I am fairly certain Logan Helton did.
But Al, you're fairly certain is like
Well,
0.3% accuracy.
that is true. Well, as you were showing the replays, I was watching, and he led him down pit road, but
Okay.
it's unofficial.
Unofficial. All right, so let's say Logan has been undefeated here in the round of 8 so far,
Agreed.
because he won stage 1, stage 2, and the race last week, and now he's won stage 1 here tonight.
Yeah. Is that making a statement that these guys are going to have to work against him next week in the championship race right here at Daytona?
I mean, I already told these guys, I did a grid walk. Al, I know you have a baby. You're doing everything you can with that baby. Your sex trophy is awesome, by the way. But I came in tonight and I was like, y'all better deal something with Logan, because he's got it going on.
I don't disagree. They're working off a turn number 2, and Nate Warren giving a nice shot to Zach Fritsch. Tyler Miller in that 24, I believe, in the backup car. So if you're Tyler Miller, what is the plan? You have to run race aggressively. You gave up points in stage number 1. You came in below the cut line. Now you're in your last race car. You have to do what you have to do. How aggressive, what kind of positions do you put yourself in, knowing you don't have any more fallbacks, as we have some pit road action here in stage number 2.
We do, and I do want to point out that Peter deBorja has the new fastest lap of the race, and so he is on pit road right before he he turned the fastest lap of the race and then he hit pit road. So now Zach Fritsch in the 12 is our race leader. The 9 of Nate Warren, second. Third place, the 24 of Tyler Miller. And then it is Logan Helton, and these guys all hitting pit road. So Al, they're going to split up in this strategy. And so
Trouble.
do you have where?
On pit road, Nate Warren gets turned coming to pit road, is sideways in his pit stall. Not sure who made the contact with the number 9, but it looks like they might be servicing Warren's car. Sorry, Karen. As you were finished, please.
No, I was just gonna say, as wrong as we are, as often as we are, where do we go from here?
I don't know. Not on a game show.
Did you see the 9 of Nate Warren getting turned in your pre-race notes?
I did not. Did you?
No.
No. Especially not on pit road.
No. So how do we deal with this?
Well, I don't know, but the yellow flag is out for something.
We're not wrong in that, but gosh.
Oh, big wreck down in turn 2, KR. There, oh no, Tyler Miller in this one again. A big one down in turns 2, or 3 and 4, I mean.
All right, here we go. Let's check this out. The 24, Tyler Miller, coming in, and he is slowing it down, and he is getting stuck in the middle of this as he backed it down.
He might have not hit anything.
I don't think he hit anyone in that one, but holy cow, it's still not something you want to see as a championship battle.
No. Looked like it started up towards the front. Les Levy in the number 62. BK Anderson gets hit in that left rear, KR, with
JD
Guerrero.
JD Crow actually went wheels to Jesus for a moment.
He did?
Yes.
Yes, he did. Big wreck down there. A lot of good race cars torn up. Zach Fritsch involved in the number 12. Allen will not be happy.
So Anthony English in the 44 is our race leader right now. Last time on pit road was on lap 27. And he is going to wait till last minute to hit pit road. So everyone coming down pit road who has not made that pit stop just yet. And that will give the lead to the 23 as Sebastian Marin with Hunter Reynolds to his outside or inside, depending on how it breaks when it comes time to choose.
Very true. They are working off a pit road. Last on pit road, 32 KR. Would you have come back down if you were in the seat?
Am I the race leader?
Yes.
No. You can't give up track position. If you made a pit stop under green flag, and now the yellow has come out and everyone behind you has hit pit road, you gotta exert dominance. You have to say, I am top dog, you have to beat me. Sebastian Marin rises to the challenge. The 26, Hunter Reynolds, I'll tell you what, he's got a championship in his belt. You know who doesn't? 40 of Peter deBorja.
Yes. Well, it could happen this season for deBorja.
Yes.
You think?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, yes, Peter deBorja could win this one, but you look at the 63 right behind him. Oh man, that is his race, his season. I've called quite a few of these races, and Logan Helton is on another level this year, or this season. I don't know what you do about him right now. I really don't.
I mean, you have to race all the laps. You got more than half the race left here tonight. Obviously, tonight he's already locked in, doesn't matter. But next week, another 100 laps for the season finale here at Daytona. And, well, KR, you and I both know anything can happen in the sport of auto racing, whether it's the virtual sport that we are watching here tonight on iRacing.com on the Turn 3 Racing Network, or whether it's the real stuff. Anything can happen. A wrong shift, a big wreck in front of you. Anything can happen, and probably will happen. So it could be a sleepless week here for the 63 of Logan Helton, knowing that, and whoever else in that championship for, you're going to have at least another 26 to 30 cars out there that all want to win that season finale, to end the season on a high note, just like Logan Helton did 1 year ago. And look at what it has done for him this season. As the pace car gets ready to peel off, they will go into the butt kicker restart zone as they kick it into gear.
Here we go. Restart here in stage number 2. This stage will end at the completion of lap 50. Hunter Reynolds, Sebastian Marin, they find themselves into a battle into turn number 1.
Side by side, they roll through turns 1 and 2. It is Marin on the outside, and the 26 of Hunter Reynolds somehow is back to the front of this one, and that car has seen a better day, but the crew doing a good job to wrap it in that 200-mile-an-hour duct tape, and it is up front. Not for the best of wear, but he's got Kody deBorja right there behind them as they work through turns 3 and 4. In that inside lane, it's a good push that time. Kody Neagles to the outside as well. David Booth peeling off the racetrack. He's going to come down pit road as he'll peel off the racetrack. They'll complete just 11 laps to go here in stage number 2.
23-26 side by side as they hit into turn number 1. A little bit of housekeeping. Bob Lacavera out of the race. Gabe Butler is out on track. Right now, the 88 and 27th spot as he blends up into the back stretch. David Booth, you saw him hit pit road in the 77. He finds himself working on that race car. But your race leader, that is the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. We are working lap 41 of 100. 21 cars on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap. That is JJ Guerrero in the 14.
It is, and he is out there with a wounded Budweiser can, and the field quickly closing up on him. They're going to have to go 3 wide, and that is when it gets sketchy here at Daytona, is when they get 3 wide action. Guerrero is going to go down below the yellow line to get out of the way, so good heads-up driving from the driver of the 14. A lot of respect for his fellow competitors there, because that could get hairy here at Daytona in the bumpy road 250. Sebastian Marin worked the inside lane, now back to the outside to block the advances of Kody Neagles. Neagles, that rookie here this season, trying to lock himself into the final 4. A good finish here in stage number 2 could possibly do that. How about Rick Siebrands? A very aggressive Rick Siebrands right now, trying to claw his way inside the top 10. Runs in that 8th position, needs to gain some points that he has lost here from stage number 1. 24 Tyler Miller as well, as they all work down here in turn number 3. This time by, it'll be 8 laps to go.
Siebrands is one of those drivers who you can watch. He is very patient. He bides his time. And if things play out in his favor, he doesn't have to force the issue. But when he does have to force the issue, he finds a way to be in the top 5 every single time he needs to be. And right now, Rick Siebrands hunting himself a top 5 run here in stage number 2.
It is there. They're still 2 by 2, and a lot of players starting to make their way back towards the front of this one. I have had issues early on. Sebastian Marin and Hunter Reynolds still neck and neck down the back stretch into turn number 3. And these drivers just know where to go. Riding this out right now, who begins to be the aggressor, who concedes that, we are about to find out as they come across the line. Sebastian Marin still showing the way. Right now, deBorja has to start getting a little frustrated when Hunter Reynolds can quite get him there. But as soon as Reynolds gets up there, that car that is wounded, acting like a parachute. And now that inside lane starting to lose ground to that middle to outside group.
Sebastian Marin in the 23 right now has the race lead down the backstretch. But Al, if you look at our championship contenders, almost all of them are in the top 10. The only one who is not, the 12 of Fritsch. And Alan, I'm sorry, but your boy not looking too good right now, but don't give up on him.
No, and it looks like I would have to go back and look. But it's possible that the 12 is in the backup car as he had heavy damage in that last yellow flag. Here with just 6 laps to go. I'm not sure if there's room for the 12 to get up there. KR, if I'm Fritsch, I might be backing out of this group. I know that the points are important, but you're going to be almost in a win situation here tonight. In the 12 came in 23 points below the cut line. Now finds himself back, and as I say that, he's going to try taking it 3 wide down here in the turns 3 and 4. Hang on to it. Oh boy, the pucker factor is getting high here in stage number 2.
Laps winding down for stage number 2. Championship contenders all find themselves rising to the top. Let's take a quick look at the points that have been gained in the last few races. I know we're a little bit late on this one, but if you look at it, Logan Helton, Hunter Reynolds, Sebastian Marin, Rick Siebrands, Kody Neagles, all those guys have gained the most points in the last few races. They all are championship contenders. And now, if we look at who has won stages, look at that. Your top 5 are all championship contenders as well. So there's a trend here this season. You've got to win stages. You've got to be hot at the right time. And here we go, working lap 47 of 100. And we have 5 championship contenders in the top 5.
Oh, JD Crow gets turned into turn number 1. Yellow flag coming out. Crow hard into the outside wall. Sliding through the grass. Sutton, JD Crow got turned into turn number 1. Couldn't quite see who the contact was made with, but JD Crow gone around, maybe kept it out of the outside wall, but we are slowed for the 5th time here tonight in the bumpy road 250. And Kara, that might do it for stage number 2.
I'm not sure how it's going to break out just yet, but let's take a look at it. Richard Kuhn, Eric Glory, and JD Crow all battling for the same spot on the racetrack. And the 2 looks like he got the worst of it. Let's take another look at it. Back this up just a little bit, maybe too far. That's okay. On board with the 2 of JD Crow. And in the corner and around he goes. So yellow flag comes out.
And hard left rear contact with the outside retaining wall for Crow.
Hunter Reynolds in the 26 is caught up to the pace car. He is the first car behind them. Who is our pace car driver? Who made the Ford Mustang prominent in NASCAR, Al?
Is it Carroll Shelby? driving that Mustang?
No. Al,
No?
He's been gone.
Well, not in iRacing. It can live on.
Okay, I'll give you that. So Hunter Reynolds hits pit road, and hopefully someone will tell me, because so far we're 0 for 2, and who has won the stages?
I'm going to assume, which is never good to assume anything, but I'm going to assume that that is the end of stage number 2. So I would assume that Hunter Reynolds picked up the win and gains those 10 points.
I think you're right. I thought you were right with Logan in stage 1.
Mm-hmm. That was just a guess, by the way.
Yes.
I took the feathers off the dart and threw it at the wall. See if it stuck.
Did it?
You tell me.
I have no idea. That's just how intense it is right now. So let's go ahead and let's see if we can pull up the driver.
A driver?
A driver.
All right.
Maybe find out. Oh my. This is ridiculous.
Who are you trying to get?
This guy. Al, this guy. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Hunter, this is Al up in the turn 3 booth. Do you have a copy, sir?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Oh, not too bad. Happy to see that Ford Mustang pick up the stage win and some 10 bonus points that were much needed here tonight. Crew doing a good job getting that car back together. The racing has been intense and very aggressive out there in the first 2 stages.
Yeah, it's been a rough one for sure for the 26 team tonight. I had a minute of damage earlier from a wreck in stage 1, and I ended up taking it. Didn't get any points in stage 1, and then fortunately, thanks to some circumstances and Seabass helping me out, we got the stage 2 win, which is good. But I'm still in a tight points battle as of right now. Me and Peter are still pretty close, and according to our math, I think I'm still the first one out. So we're gonna need a good second half of the race here, and hopefully we can keep the wheels under us.
You still got that backup car on the hauler?
I do, yeah. That's kind of my gold coin right now. I'm trying to hold on to it as long as I can.
Well, we wish you the best of luck here. We know you're getting ready to go back green flag racing here. Shout outs for picking up the stage 2 win.
Yeah, appreciate it. I'd like to thank all the guys back at FSR. Appreciate y'all. You guys up in the booth do an awesome job. Thanks to all the family and friends watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And shout out to all the league admins, everyone who's supposed to sing on.
There you go. Good luck here, Hunter. Get back into race mode. We'll get you back into your team communication here tonight. But that's Hunter Reynolds, stage 2 winners. We get ready to go back green flag racing, this time off of turn number 4 in an abbreviated interview there, KR. But we've got that car still on the hauler, and he is looking there. Really tight points battle. It's going to shape up here in this last and final stage. It is going to be a full 50 laps here to get to the end. Who will survive and who will be racing for a championship in 1 week's time?
Man, I'll tell you what, I don't know who our championship 4 are going to be, but I can tell you, I do know Logan Helton is in. Outside of that, these guys are all battling as if it is their last chance, because it absolutely is.
Definitely, isn't it? We could have a spoiler right now. You heard Hunter say where he thinks he's the first car out on points. Well, that all changes depending on who is race leading. Right now, the 40 of deBorja is, but as I say, Zach Fritsch gets up there and leads. That puts him and deBorja both out, and Fritsch would be in. It's anybody's race, anybody's chance to make it into the championship 4, and here and become the Season 9 champion for the OP Premier Series, and the top 2 cars are locked nose to tail. I don't think you could have fit a slice of cheese between them, between turns 1 and 2.
I like cheese.
You like spicy cheese, regular cheese? Because
Yes,
I bet you we
yes.
could order it from Instacart. Zach Workman gets pushed to the race lead.
Can I get spicy cheese from Instacart?
We'll have to ask Zach Workman about that.
Zach, you better win this race because I have questions.
Right now he's out to the race lead. He got a good, down in front of deBorja. They make contact. Somehow they stay pointed in the right direction. Oh boy, that was a squeeze play. Someone checked the forehead of deBorja as the door was slammed shut hard on that extra life number 40. But that gives Jeff Crosby to the race lead as he works down the backstretch. Fuel Sim Racing 1-2 behind Crosby, and the Marin and Reynolds duo working it once again.
So the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr., that black and orange Skull Bandit machine out in front. The Workman Instacart 19 finds itself leading on the inside line. Peter deBorja in the 40 has some work to do, but Al, a little bit of housekeeping. Someone we haven't talked a lot about just turned the fastest lap of the race. Richard Kuhn in the 47 just turned a 46.89 lap time. He is out there getting after it.
He definitely is, and that is a very, very fast time as he works to the outside of the 00 back here in the 14th position. The 00 is Rob Connors, and he has the 47 of Kuhn working the outside of the racetrack as Crosby still shows the way, as Zach Workman now has made his way down and back in front of the 40 of deBorja. Knowing that this is a 50-lap stage, I would say to you just ride and get through it, but these drivers are proven elsewise. And well, if you're watching out there, make sure you hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. These drivers come back, they see that, they tell us each and every week, KR, how much that means to them with a thumbs up being hit. It makes them come out here and want to race harder for their fans, and not only their fans, but for everyone that tunes in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We thank you. Well, KR and I do. Drivers do as well. They get done, they watch it. Some of them have it streaming while they're racing to kind of see what's going on. Is that like texting and driving?
Oh, don't do that. Especially at 200 miles an hour.
Yeah, not good.
Not good. Not good. No. Wait, did Jeff Crosby just text me and say he's going to win this race?
He might have. I don't know because I don't have your phone in front of me.
I don't either.
Oh, all right. Oh, it sounds good.
Sounded good. The 33 is still out in front. The 19 doing all it can to battle to the inside. Sebastian Marin in the 23. Peter deBorja in the 40. Those are your championship contenders who are running 1 and 2 amongst each other. And oh my goodness, up in smoke goes the 23. Sebastian Marin pops an engine. He has overheated that one. That is a classic mistake. He has done all he could, except for watch the temperature gauges, and that 23 slowed down the backstretch.
And that is a tough break. He came in 16 points above the cut line. And honestly, I'm not sure if how many points he has accumulated, but that could be detrimental to Marin being in the championship. Going to have to pull the backup car out for a car with a blown engine as he's still rolling through turns 3 and 4. He is going to lose a lot of ground to these race leaders. Going to have to hope for a yellow flag to get back into this one. And the drivers talked about it. You can't push that hard for too long without getting air to it. You can pop these motors. Well, the 23 popping his Ford motor here tonight, and I know you have a grin on your face. Don't make me walk through this booth and smack it off you.
Well, no. I don't know what you're talking about, Al.
Yeah. Sit there and eat your popcorn.
I like popcorn.
Workman down the inside as Booth comes off of pit road. Sebastian Marin still in his pit stall. So this is not looking good for the 23 here tonight, and what has become a disastrous end to his championship hopes, potentially. KR, he might.
I will say he is down and away, but he has lost 2 laps to the field.
Yeah, he is going to be in a world of hurt unless the yellow flag comes out sooner than later. Tough break.
All right, working lap 60 of 100. The 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. out in front. Zach Workman in the 19, down to his inside. We have 2 championship contenders. The 26 of Hunter Reynolds, the 40 of Peter lowercase de Borja, finding himself second car on the inside line. And man, I'll tell you what, Al, this is the final race in the championship 8. And it has been topsy-turvy for all of our 8 championship drivers. They have been from the top to the bottom, back to the top, and all the way onto pit road with no chance of returning.
Yeah, on pit road, racked upside down, spinning, you name it, they've done it here tonight. And somehow we have 7 of the top 10 all championship hopefuls here tonight. We know Logan Helton already locked into that 63. He's got an agenda to help some teammates possibly make it into that championship 4 or get another win himself. If he wins here tonight, that kind of makes everyone else have to race the points to get in. Right now, Crosby went down to the inside lane. Here comes Hunter Reynolds to the outside. Jim Mayer's giving him a nice pull on the back bumper with that Alliance Motorsports number 95. Bumper tag down the back stretch, trying to get some momentum to the outside lane. But yeah, I think we're very close to seeing some green flag pit stops. Everybody's starting to get into that single file formation. Usually a good sign to you and I that pit stops are coming.
That they are. And I'll tell you what, right now, what would happen, in your opinion, if a non-championship contender won this race? The 33, Jeff Crosby Jr., the 19 of Zach Workman. Ooh, they're putting on a good showing right here in the final stage of this race. We still have a little bit to go, but Al, what happens if one of these guys, who is not the championship 8, wins this race?
I think that's, you gotta, figure that out. Figure out your points, right? You have the points happened for a while, or, for the points and stuff like that. It really makes a difference as we got some peelers on the pit road. It's all about the points, the accumulation of points. Did you do enough in stage 1 and 2 to earn enough points? If you cannot win, if a non-playoff driver wins, if Logan Helton wins, even if Helton wins, did you do enough to accumulate enough points to point your way in? That is the question here tonight that is going to be answered in just about 37 laps Here another 2 to 3 pit stops as we have some takers. Logan Helton already down and away. He'll lead the field off of pit road as Jeff Crosby leads Zach Workman, Peter deBorja, Zach Fritsch, and Tyler Miller, your top 5 as they come off turn number 4.
33 holding on to the race lead. Last time on pit road was lap 48. We are working lap 65 of 100. So the 33 going to have to hit pit road before it is all said and done. JD Crow, oh man, a limitless driver who is out here to support his teammates, but has had a rough night. And man, Al, I don't know about you, but you want to support your teammates, but when your car's tore up, it is very hard to do.
Yeah, it's not much support that you can do, even though he would be right now, I believe. Oh, the second car, 1 lap down is Richard Kuhn is there. Right now, only 18 cars on the lead lap currently. And Sebastian Marin, the championship hopeful, he finds himself mirrored back in the 22nd position with the lead pack really closing in on him. Marin drafting right now up to the backside of David Booth. It has to be worried about the engine temperature, but also trying to stay on the 1 lap down plan. Now he is off strategy. I would assume that he took fuel, got a full tank of fuel when he was in there, so he's going to be able to go a little bit longer right now. And he is praying for a yellow flag to happen before the field gets to him. Yeah,
very quickly. All right, across the start-finish line, the 23 goes, and here comes the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. Now, the good news for the fans of the 23, Sebastian Marin, Jeff Crosby Jr. has not made his pit stop just yet. Sebastian Marin last on pit road, lap 57. So Crosby Jr. last on pit road, lap 48. So there is a little bit of difference when they hit pit road, and the possibility exists that a caution could come out to save the 23. But man, it is looking slimmer and slimmer by the moment.
There it is, and they now come down pit road. Everybody lock it up. Hang on to it. Kody Neagles. Oh, contact. Zach Fritsch is around. Coming to pit road. Kody Neagles comes to a stop. 2 championship hopefuls. Big mistakes here coming to pit road. Zach Fritsch involved Kody Neagles as Peter deBorja still leads them off of turn number 2.
Holy cow, the 06 and the 12 in trouble as they hit pit road. And I am not sure how penalties will come out, but it looked like the 12 stayed driving through several pit lanes after he made contact with the 06.
Now we'll have to wait and see what race officials will say. Now your lead pack coming to pit road. Hunter Reynolds coming in hot to trot. Was he too quick? We will find out. That would be a killer for the 26 if he gets a speeding penalty here on pit road. We will have to wait and see what happens to Hunter Reynolds.
Right now, your race leader is the 27 of Sean Stevens. It's been a hot minute since I got to do this, so I'm going to do it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bucks have gone wild. The 27 out in front. He is leading the race, and that means it is time to let him loose as he hits pit road. The 27 has the Buck Wild Racing on his hood. The Bucks are battling it out on the front lawn, and it's almost Christmas time, so it all makes sense.
It does. I love when the Bucks go wild, KR, and I will tell you this, that Hunter Reynolds had to serve a penalty for speeding on the pit road, so a dagger once again to another championship hopeful. Here tonight, the stage 2 winner, Hunter Reynolds, in trouble as they all come there. Sean Stevens still shown as your race leader as he's getting up to speed behind the number 2 at JD Crow, but they are going to get flashed by here. Dan Holloway and Logan the Kid Helton's going to assume the race lead, I would presume, off of turn number 4.
Jim Mayer in the 95 pushing hard on the 63. Mark Mann in the 04 right there as well. Jim Mayer, the 95, he won the championship Saturday night, but comes into this race right now finding himself one lap down, but still looking to help his teammate. And how about this? Alliance Motorsports, first 4 cars in your screen, all Alliance Motorsports. Logan Helton, Mark Mann, Daniel Holloway. That is your top 3. The 95, Jim Mayer, he's in 18th place, the first car, 1 lap down.
Now right now, only 17 cars left on the lead lap as they will work down the backstretch. So talk about teamwork, talk about trying to get everything phased out. We talked about it, KR. Logan Helton had a mission to help his teammates either get into the championship 4 or keep the momentum going. Picked up the stage 1 win unofficially by my calculations. Finally got beat in stage number 2 as Hunter Reynolds was the first one to win a stage in the round of 8 other than Logan Helton, and he is going to get swallowed up here and go a lap down. Hunter Reynolds right in front of the Alliance Motorsports quadruple up here on the front of the field as they work through turns 1 and 2. This is a major developments here tonight with 2 Fuel Sim Racing's championship hopefuls already being 1 lap down. Get the yellow flag where to fly.
So the 26 just got lapped by the 63. Not a good sign. Hunter Reynolds, Sebastian Marin, Rick Siebrands, these drivers are not on the lead lap. Zach Fritsch now going to join them as he is sitting on pit road and gets passed by our race leader, Logan Helton. How about this statement, folks? The 63, if he can pull off this race win, he will round out every driver in this round of 8. He will sweep it in all but 1 stage. Holy cow.
He is having what would be, in my opinion, a Hall of Fame, future Hall of Famer season here as he drops from the top to the back. That's going to put the 95 back on the lead lap. And that helps out Hunter Reynolds. If a yellow flag were to fly, Reynolds would get that lucky dog currently. As Zach Fritsch gets back out on the racetrack, but Fritsch going to be down 2 laps to your race leader. So trouble for the 12 as 15 cars remain on the lead lap currently. And Hunter Reynolds, he might do it the hard way. He's got Jimmy Reynolds, the 17, giving him a good push. He might get back on the lead lap here the hard way.
17 of Jimmy Reynolds still looking for his first win on Monday night. I'll tell you what, he's going to push hard on the 26. That 17 is a solid teammate to have. And if he can get that 26 back on the lead lap and keep him there, well, oh my goodness, we might still have something to go as we still have 26 laps to go in this race. We got 1 more pit stop. We got maybe even 2, depending on your strategy.
And this time by it's going to be 25 more circuits to go here in the bumpy road 250. And Hunter Reynolds only got Logan Helton in front of him to get back onto the lead lap. Right now he's racing the 95 if the yellow flag were to fly. That's big implications right now in that championship 4. You knew that the 26 and the 40 battling for that final transfer spot into the final four. Well, deBorja runs 5th, and the 26 runs 15th.
deBorja in the 40, trying to claw something out of this race. Kody Neagles, the rookie from Limitless Racing. He has his teammate BK Anderson, JD Crow, and Vicente Guerrero. Vicente is back out there. Vicente right now several laps down, but he has rejoined the race, trying to get after it. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Bob Lacavera is out of the race. Eric Laurie in the 071 sitting on pit road. He has been there for 30 minutes. Vicente Guerrero has rejoined the race. He is 26th place right now. And Nate Warren in the 9 finds himself behind the wall, but just currently ahead of Vicente Guerrero. Why we talk about Nate Warren and Vicente Guerrero? Those two are rookies. They are battling to be a Rookie of the Year along with Kody Neagles. However, I would say if Kody could pick up a championship win, that would make him Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, he is the only rookie, I do believe, that's still currently in the championship talks. I think if he makes it into that championship 4, that does it for him.
Absolutely. I mean, if you are a rookie and you make it into the championship 4, you've earned Rookie of the Year. Peter deBorja, Tyler Miller, Logan Helton, Kody Neagles. I mean, these guys, they are all after it. They have all made statements in their rookie years in OP racing. I don't know where to go with this, because even Sebastian Marin, the 23, his rookie year was outstanding. He carried it deep into the championship run, but you have got to be perfect that night to win the championship. And there have been so many drivers that have the ability, but just missed it by an inch on championship night.
Yeah, and I mean, championship night, you have to be perfect, but you also have to have Lady Luck on your side. Like we've seen here tonight, anything can happen. Wrecks can happen, someone makes a mistake. I mean, these drivers have been nearly perfect for 15 races this season so far, plus that probably number week in, week out. A mistake could happen, could wipe out a championship hopeful. And next week, well, if you're in that championship 4, you have to be praying you don't get caught up in someone else's mess.
That you do, because all it takes is one mess in front of you with nowhere to go. You're sitting on pit road and you are one lap down and you never get back into the race.
This time by, there'll be 20 more circuits left to go here at Daytona. As they work down here, I will have to tell you, JR, that Sebastian Marin is now 2 laps behind along with Rick Siebrands. So for your Marin and Siebrands fans out there, it does not look good for a championship run next week. Now, I could be wrong with Sebastian Marin. He might have scored enough points to point his way in, especially with Logan Helton on the point right now. Anything could happen. This has been a wild race. A lot of drama unfolding. Everybody's single filing out, kind of in our good riding stage. I'd say that last pit stop really spread the field out. I know we have about 10 cars in a pack in each group. So everybody's just kind of minding their P's and Q's, trying to get to that last pit stop. And I think the gloves come back off.
Ooh, Al, do you know what it means when the gloves come off?
That means the pay window's getting greased up, sir.
So in hockey, what you do is the gloves come off. You have your gloves, and hockey is all about protecting yourself from a puck. So these gloves, they're not tight-fitting like race car drivers. I play hockey and I drive a race car. My fire gloves are different than my hockey gloves. When I say the gloves come off as we hit pit road, several drivers on the pit lane. But when I say the gloves come off, that is a term from hockey. I literally do a downward motion with my hands. My gloves come off, and I have nothing but my fist to battle you out with. And sometimes that's what it takes to win a race here in OP Racing. You have nothing but your bare fist. You're duking it out as tough as nails. And right now, that's where we're at.
That is exactly where we're at now. Crosby to the point. Good. Miller behind them. They were back on pit road, lap 67. 18 and 19 is the fuel window. We are in there. We're going to see some more cars peel off down here on to pit road. Hopefully no mistakes. Sebastian Marin coming back in as well. Everybody woes it up. Get on to pit road. That leaves the Buckwild Racing of Sean Siebrands out there, and he's all over the back bumper, Richard Kuhn. And Siebrands came down lap 69, so he is out there.
Yeah, that 27. I mean, yes. we already dropped the Bucks Gone Wild. The 27 trying to play a strategy. I'm not sure it's the right one to win this race, but Al, we're wrong all the time. So maybe he's got something up his sleeve.
It could possibly happen here as they work through here. Work to make it 13 cars on the lead lap right now currently as they work around this racetrack. Logan Helton runs there in spot number 2, and when Siebrands peels off the racetrack, he will presumably take over the race lead once again.
Yeah, Siebrands will have to hit pit road before this is all said and done. So Sean Siebrands in the 27 stretching this as far as he can, but he does not have the fuel to make it to the end. He is right behind the 47 of Richard Kuhn. Kuhn, the last car on the lead lap. Logan Helton in the 63. Well, Al, have you done the math? If he wins this race, what happens?
I have not done the math. I think it's fair to say that we don't know. I am unsure where Sebastian Marin finished in the first 2 stages. Did he accumulate enough points to lock himself in? How about Kody Neagles? Both of those drivers came in plus 16 to the good. deBorja was only plus 2 to the good, but we know that Reynolds picking up that win gained it. He would have been plus 4, but it also depends on what deBorja did. My calculator, well, the smoke was rolling so bad out of it, the officials came over and hit it with the fire extinguisher, and now it doesn't work. I have no idea what to expect. We're going to have to wait for officials. It broke.
It broke. Can I just say my calculator broke on day 1?
Well, yes. I was trying to do the quick math, but my quick math, there's too much going on for that to work right now.
All right, so Sean Siebrands in the 27 is still your race leader, and he is carrying this deep into the run, but he finally peels off for pit road. He and Richard Kuhn on the pit lane. We assume that is going to give the race lead to the 63 of Logan Helton, Mark Mann in the 04, Daniel Holloway in the 21. That is 3 Alliance Motorsports drivers running nose to tail, and Logan Helton could sweep the round of 8.
He definitely could. Right now, Hunter Reynolds trying to get back onto the lead lap. That would make 13 cars on the lead lap. Currently only 12 right now. And everybody out there that says we want NASCAR the way it was in the back in the good old days when they had 3 cars on the lead lap. Well, you got 12. I think they should be pretty happy. This race has been exciting all night long. Now Dan Holloway's going to swing to the outside around Mark Mann. Gotta wonder if that Hershey Kisses foil is starting to get a little bit hot behind the 04. Needed some air to that Chevy Camaro as they work through turns 3 and 4.
Logan Helton, Daniel Holloway, Mark Mann, and Hunter Reynolds, your first 4 cars in this battle. Here comes the 95 of Jim Mayer. Jim Mayer 1 lap down. And I'll tell you what, the cars in this picture are not what you think they are. Les Levy in the 62, he is 1 lap down. BK Anderson in this battle, I'm sorry, not BK Anderson. That was Richard Kuhn. Al?
Yes, sir.
I messed up.
You did.
I hit the wrong person while talking about the wrong car.
Well, that happens.
All right, let's get back to it. Daniel Holloway,
right.
Logan Helton, Mark Mann, and Hunter Reynolds all battling it out right now. Hunter Reynolds not on the lead lap, as Daniel Holloway is your race leader. Hunter Reynolds 1 lap down. Peter DeBorja rounds out your top 5 with Jimmy Reynolds, Mark Mann, Logan Helton, Daniel Holloway in the top 5. We have 11 laps to go. And Sebastian Marin in the 23, not on the lead lap, but he is up here with this group. So there are so many possibilities that went through my head right now that I completely shut down. I'm sorry.
And it's all right. I think right now Sebastian Marin trying to be a good teammate to help the 17 and the 26 get up there. But right now, Les Levy is going to take over that spot as being the free passes. Everybody's bailing out behind the 26 of Hunter Reynolds down the backstretch, except for the 95 of Jim Mayer. We have 3 cars right there, KR, in this group vying for that lucky dog if the yellow flag were to fly. Oh, by the way, we're coming to 9 to go.
Is it 9 to go? Oh, my calculator broke once again. The 21 of Daniel Holloway, your race leader. Logan Helton in 2nd. Mark Mann 3rd. 4th goes to Jimmy Reynolds. And 5th is Peter DeBorja in the 40. But you see how many cars are in this group. First place, the 21 to Daniel Holloway. The 40 of Peter DeBorja is 5th. But there's 10 cars in this group right here.
That there is, and they are all battling it out hard here, regardless if it's for the win or to get back on the lead lap. Sebastian Marin now to the back bumper of Jimmy Reynolds. Reynolds will swing to the outside. Whew.
Big move there by the 17 of Reynolds to the outside. He's going to try and pull Sebastian Marin back onto the lead lap. I don't know if he can get it done. Sebastian Marin 4 or 5 laps down at this point. 3. I did quick math now. Don't.
I did. I figured.
So Marin 3 laps down. He's got a lot of work to do with 8 laps to go in this race. I don't think he's going to get back on the lead lap. And man, running 21st place, not where you want to be in the final race in the round of 8.
No, but like I said, we do not know how many points that he accumulated here in the first two stages. Sebastian Marin might be okay, even with the lackluster of a finish here in the final round of 8. Here, just 2 races. If you have a bad race, it compounds very quickly. That's the pressure that these drivers are in as Holloway swings to the outside to stop the advances of the 63 of Logan Helton. They are all trying to get up there to win this race. They're going to be coming the 6 laps to go. How will this one shake out? Will we get a yellow flag?
Oh, for sure. This one is not going to end.
Big trouble down the front stretch. Yellow flag. Reynolds going around 100. And Holloway is your race leader. Front end torn off the 63 of Helton. Did we just cause that, KR?
No, we did not. But we both knew it was not going to go to the end.
Oh boy, and that gives the 26 of Hunter Reynolds back on to the lead lap, as he was in front of Holloway when that happened. Oh boy.
All right, here we go. Let's take another look. This was when the yellow flag, this was the moment the yellow flag officially came out. And you can see the 26 right there. So here we go. He's going to get through it cleanly. Take another look at what happened leading up to this. Into the tribal. And I think I went too far. It happens. Give me just a moment.
Will do.
All right, here we go. The 21, the 63, they all make contact, and around they go. And this was at the front of the field. And Al, I mean, this was huge as we were coming into the final stages of the race, or the final laps, the final moments.
Yeah, right now there's 5 laps to go. We're going to have some takers on the pit road. We know Logan Helton's going to have to come down the front end of his car. It's all torn to pieces. We don't know if the 17 of Reynolds will. Everybody trying to get into the spot. Looks like pit road is open this time. And, well, only a few takers so far coming to pit road.
All right, guys, with that being said, we're going to take a quick moment and step away. And then we'll be back to bring you the final race here in the round of 8. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are in the closing stages of this race. 3 laps to go here in this one. Al, Jamie Reynolds, Peter deBorja, Jeff Crosby Jr., and Kody Neagles make up the first 2 rows for this restart.
That they do, KR. And deBorja is being shown as your race lead, so that puts him into the round of 4. If the checker flag were to fall. But we're going to have a organic green, white, checkered attempt coming at us. Who's it going to be? Green flag is up. We're back underway here for the final stage, the final race of the round of 8. deBorja gets up to the gearbox. Kody Neagles right to the back bumper. Those 2 drivers both need to win here tonight.
Side by side, into turn number 1 they go. The 17th down on the inside, looking for his first win here in OP Racing Premier Series on Monday night. The 17th maybe has a shot at it. Who's it gonna be? Can we get to the white flag? The 40 of Peter deBorja has the 06 of Kody Neagles. Neagles drops down to the inside. He's gonna abandon the 40 as they come off of turn number 4.
Neagles wants to win. He wants to get locked in the easy way by winning the race. This time by the white silk will fly 2.5 miles to the side. Who's going to race for a championship?
Final time through this bumpy Daytona. 250 miles is going to be our distance. The 40 of Peter deBorja is your race leader. Kody Neagles in the 06 on the inside. Contact behind him. Hunter Reynolds gets into the wall. They go spinning, but the white flag has been shown. We will not stop for anything. Here comes the 44 of Anthony English to the inside.
deBorja works to the outside. He's got Tyler Miller, who needs a win as well. Kody Neagles to the inside off of turn number 4. To the one they come. KR, they are coming for the checkered.
Here they come. Anthony English gonna win this one. Kody Neagles in second. Tyler Miller, Peter deBorja, and Les Levy rounding out your top 5. And Al, my quick math can't even comprehend where they finish in the championship 4. Holy cow.
Wow, what an exciting finish to the round of 8. Oh, I don't even know the nerves. I was just about to say Hunter Reynolds was coming hard on the outside. They made contact in the whole back straightaway became a parking lot here at Daytona International Speedway. Anthony English doing the upset. Kody Neagles, Peter deBorja, Tyler Miller, all probably thinking they need to win to make it into the round of 4. Now it'll come down to the nail biter and waiting it out over the next 24 hours to find out who will be racing for a championship next Monday night.
Oh my goodness, and every last lap finish will be reviewed by OP Racing owners, admins, board of committee, but no one can deny that our race winner is none other than the 44 of Anthony English. And so let's kick off our post-race show. Let's see if we can pull him up. And Al, you've done such a great job. Why don't you kick off this post-race show by talking to our race winner?
Yeah, we're down here in Butt Kicker Victory Lane, doused in Mountain Dew, gamed the fuel, and Anthony English, you gamed it Where did you come from on that last lap? How did you get it done?
Oh man, I'll tell you. Honestly, just lucky there. I was in that second pack and we weren't catching that front group, and something happened with that front group. I don't exactly know what. I'll check out the replay later, but something happened with that group. Come out with caution. Seen a lot of people pit there. Starting sixth, and looked like Jimmy Reynolds had quite a bit of damage on the bottom. And me and Kody and Peter got a good run by him, and I seen Kody go low, so I started pushing Peter, and I thought Jimmy might not have that bad of damage where he would have been able to push Kody and keep him up there, but we got to the point coming down the back straight on last lap where I cleared Kody, so I'm here to win. I love Peter to death, don't ever want to take nothing away from him, but I got to go for it, so I went low and Kody stuck with me, and it was enough to get across the checkered in first, so yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, playing spoiler, but not a spoiler for yourself. Picking up the win. What does that mean? I mean, Monday night's probably one of the hardest leagues to get a win in here. You guys are so good. Week in and week out, anybody from whether it's first qualifier all the way to the back of the back, anybody can win. You guys are the best of the best on the super speedway racing. What does a win like this mean for you and your race team?
I mean, to have a second win this season is absolutely huge. The first one I had a couple weeks ago was phenomenally huge. I mean, it's going to be hard to outdo that one, but carrying over the momentum from that, trying to just, build up more momentum for this season before we end it, to bring it in the next season, because, I want to be in this championship next year. So just trying to put it out there,
Well, you did a great job here tonight, picking up the win in what was an exciting and, probably a nail-biting race out there for you drivers. So we'll let you enjoy that Mountain Dew that's on the car, but who makes it all possible behind the scenes to get you in the victory lane here tonight?
Oh, it's a collaboration, everybody. I started with the broadcast booth, KR and you up there. You guys do a phenomenal job every week. Jimmy and all the guys with OP that they put on this show for us week in, week out. Put up with all our crap. And it's a lot of crap, I'll tell you. Family and friends, all the viewers, my teammates, my girlfriend Rachel lets me do this all the time without giving me too much crap. And, just, I don't know, just everybody. Without everybody, this wouldn't be possible. So just big win. Thank you. Shout out to Kody for the push there at the end. He could have went for it, but he stayed there. So I owe him a shout out.
Well, congratulations on the win here tonight. We'll see you in 1 week's time. Let this one celebrate, sink in, and we'll see you to do it all over again for one last time in season 9 next Monday night.
Yeah.
There you go. Tonight's winner of the Bumpy Road 250, the number 44 of Anthony English.
Man, I had to kind of gather myself a little bit. I don't know. I can't believe it's really happening. I executed the race that I wanted to execute, and I just need to do that again next week, and just at the very least put myself in a spot to possibly win it. So got to take it a lap at a time. I got 10 total points with the stages, maybe like a 6th and a 5th, or a 5th and a 5th. I don't know. It was somewhere along that line. So I'm pretty certain the math is there, but I'm waiting for the official word. But I can't be any happier of how the team ran as a whole. There was a little bit of a blunder on pits. I still haven't went back to see what happened, but I seen Fritsch got spun, and he was right in front of me. And Vince, he had already taken his fast repair, and he was waiting in pits for me to call him when I needed him, and he was sitting there on standby. And I knew I wasn't going to have the pack, and I said, Vince, I need you now. And he just turned on his car and went out and picked me up out of pits. So, that may have saved my season. So very important job. I can't even hardly talk. I'm like shaking right now. That Vince did. He did a fantastic job. Everyone on the team, JD for strategizing. BK, you've been fantastic all season. Just, oh my goodness, I cannot believe what's happening. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. Still haven't got a win this season. Very happy for Anthony and glad I could help him. But next week is the big one. That's the one I want. And I don't know exactly who's going to be in the Final Four, but I'm going to give it everything I possibly can against the guys. It's going to be a stacked field. I'm looking forward to it, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. I just can't wait for it to get here. Of course, I want to thank you guys at Turn 3, KR and Al. You guys are fantastic. You've been on point all season with the calls. I love watching these back. I want to thank everyone at Limitless. I can't be where I'm at right now without you guys. We have one race to go. Let's make a little history next week and do it together as a team. And there's no one I'd rather go to war with than JD, BK, and Vince. I want to thank my parents. And I also want to thank my Aunt Crystal. I want to thank Michelle Anderson for commenting in the chat. And my coworker Monica is actually tuning in right now. I shot her a text. So she'll be watching next week, as will my grandpa. He's going to come over with my dad, and we're going to have a little watch party. So let's get it done. Hey, you got to make it fun. This is, at the end of the day, is a very expensive game. Whether you want to call it a game or a simulator, you might as well have fun with it. And I'm going to have a lot of fun next week. Let's go. Absolutely. I'll have them ready.
We have caught up with Tyler Miller, who, well, I would say at the start of this race, I would not have guessed to be talking to you down here on Podium Road. Tyler, talk about your race up and down. What's it mean to come out of here with a podium and a potential shot of making it into the round of 4?
It's long, hard fought season. Don't think I made it. I had an incident early in the race that cost me in the pit road, and I was kind of must win on the last lap. And honestly, you hate a bunch of good guys in the league, and caused a little incident on that last lap. So rightfully so, I'll probably get last points on the lead lap, and I should. And just apologize to Hunter out there. I was following guy in front of me, come up and hit him, and I can't do nothing but apologize. And just know I'll get him back. I'll get him a win or push him to a win at some point.
Well, you had a great season, great playoff run here. Tonight not going the way you want, but you're still going to come home unofficially third. We know that everything is under review. But talk about the racing out there tonight. It was absolutely white knuckled. KR and I were on the edge of our seat all night long. Can't imagine how mentally and physically draining it is for you guys to do this week in and week out. This is week number 18 of 19. I mean, you guys are the best of the best here and can put on a show like no one else can on the super speedways. How do you guys do it? How do you prepare each and every week to do that for a couple hours at a time? Race time, not alone all your prep time.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is you got to race your own race. Some people, are comfortable racing up front all night, week in, week out, going for stage points. Some people like a chiller race, and the race of the night was just another fun race with the guys. I mean, I have had fun tonight, and I have fun every night, and that's why I, come out and do what I do. I think at the end of the day, you've gotta pace yourself throughout the season. I mean, it's ups and downs, it's heated. I'm quoted a lot saying, "Hey, I'm out here to have fun. I don't, whatever happens, happens." But during the race, I'll be one of the most hot-headed people out there. So I take it. You can't help but be competitive when you're out there. And for me, it's one night a week I come out and let loose, and usually, drink a few, talk to the guys, and just go out there and push myself and my team to be better each week.
Well, you're going to come home here tonight on the podium, and it can't be much better than that. Obviously, would like to have won, but it's still, as long as you had fun, everybody's winning here on the OP Premier Series on Monday nights. Who makes it all possible for you guys behind the scenes to get you here tonight?
Obviously it starts with, all the admin group. I know Mark, Rick, Zach, and Jimmy, and Josh when he's taking a little leave right now. But when they're all around, they put a good league on for us. They do their best, and they have to put up with us a lot, and we cause a lot of havoc. And of course, my teammates, Zach and Sean and Jeff, were here tonight, and Travis wasn't here, couldn't make it, but big shout out to them guys. And it's all, like you say, you just try to have fun, and of course, you guys up in the booth, it always makes for a little more nerves knowing it getting broadcasted, and it makes it a little more fun. So we all appreciate it.
We appreciate the kind words. Congratulations on your third place here, Tyler. We'll see you next week on Championship Night here at Daytona. Until then, keep it wheels down, buddy, and you have a good rest of your week.
Yeah, I'll be there. You too, brother.
That's Tyler Miller coming home third in that number 24 position car, KR. And that only means one thing left to do. Can you guess what that is? Mm-hmm.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.